Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Rough Ride Restorations, and in today's video we got some very special content for y'all. You know, you've been waiting so long for me to come back. For that I apologize. That's my condolences to y'all. But today's video we're going to be talking about every single thing that I have that I could possibly work on. And then I'm going to tell you what I need to do to them, or if I'm going to do that to them, or if I'm just going to sit there for the next 6 months before I touch it, because that's my specialty, is I buy something cool and then it sits. And then I lose motivation, and then I trade. You know what, first off, we're going to start it off. We're going to talk about old Fred. You know, Fred is my 1978 and a half F-150. It is not a highboy, because it, in fact, has a married transfer case. It is not divorced from the transmission. My truck is not separated. It is happily married. All right, reason I say 78 and a half is because it's got the square headlights. It's not a 79. Don't you say it's a 79, it's a 78 and a half. But Fred's got a 400 modified. Honestly, Fred's always been a good truck to me. I have beat Fred so many times, and he always comes through for me. Watch, I'm gonna say it now, it's not gonna start. Are you gonna start, old boy? Woo! Would you look, you're right there. Started right up for you. You know what? Fred is looking extra fine today, so I think I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more Fred with a special Fred montage. With that being said, y'all remember Fred? You gonna know what's gonna happen to Fred. Fred's gonna get a front end rebuild. You know why Fred's gonna get a front end rebuild? Because Fred only turns one direction now. He doesn't turn both. I can only go in circles. So he's getting a revamp right here in that area right there that my hand isn't blocking out. He's getting a little bit of rebuild, if you know what I'm saying. But other than that, Fred's pretty good to go. You know, been a solid truck. Was my daily driver for years. Drove it everywhere. But I'm about to show you my new daily driver. Right there. That's my new daily right there. That's been my daily driver for like months now. And I tell you why it's my daily driver. It's because this truck is the ultra reliable 12 valve. Right, this truck has been fantastic for me. I have put over 8,000 miles on this truck in like 4 or 5 months. It's been fantastic. It takes me 400 plus miles a week. I've driven it to Nashville. I've driven it to Indianapolis, and this thing has been fantastic. Laramie SLT, don't mind my backseat junk, don't mind the non-existent dash. But looky there, only 202,000 miles, 471. Not too bad, especially with 20 miles to the gallon. It really ain't that expensive to drive, and I never have to worry about breaking down besides my transmission. That's it. I just carry a few transmissions in my bed. I absolutely love this car. It gets so much attention at car shows. People talk to me non-stop about it just because of how cool this thing is, how rare it is, and how little people see it. And they made sub 20,000 of them the year that they made this one in 1956. That was the first year they made them. But this car has so many cool little things, cool little knickknacks about it. But without further ado, here's my 1956 Lincoln Premier. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I got the side skirts right there in the back seat, don't you worry. But this car is so pretty. I absolutely love this thing. It is almost all original That's my seat cover out of my 70 F350. Y'all might remember that. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But this car has the rare factory air conditioning. That's what you're looking at with them tubes back there. It's got power windows all the way around. It's got something called an auto greaser, which is where you push a button under the dash, right? You push a button under the dash and it greases all the nipples in the whole entire car. Now, the biggest issue with this car, right, is that it's got the original carburetor on it. And because of that, it has formed a vacuum leak. And because of that vacuum leak, this car likes to run really good and then just not. So I've been towed home 3 times. I didn't say that. I didn't say 3 times. You know, honestly, it's such a cool car. Like the exhaust actually comes out of the bumper. It's got, like, this car is beautiful. Electric fuel pump, that's what that ticking is. And a dead battery too. Look at that, started right up. Headlights. This car is so much fun, like, and it's just so pretty too. Like, it is an absolutely beautiful car. But you know what, we're gonna do a little bit of beautification to the car. We're gonna show you guys it in another Fred style M-O-N-T-A-G-E. I think that's how you spell it. If not, I don't really care, because I said it. Just saying is believing. Believing is seeing, and you're about to see this and believe that it's beautiful. So here we go. But with that being said and done, you guys have seen my 1956 Lincoln Premier, my 1996 Dodge 2500, my 1978 Ford F-150. And you guys better get ready for this last one right here, because this is one of very few on YouTube. I have not been able to find very many videos on it because they did not make very many of this truck, even though it's a truck that's very easy to get parts for. I know, sounds crazy, right? But this has been my dream truck since I've been into trucks, right? I've wanted one of these forever. And this is the thing that I traded my 1970 F350 for. You guys remember Jack. That was a video where it absolutely exploded on YouTube. Thanks guys again for that. But this truck, it's even better. More potential, it's my dream truck, and you guys are gonna be the first ones to see it because you're watching this video, right? And if you guys have anything that you want to see done to this truck, let me know. I'm taking any ideas on it. But without further ado, here is my 1972 F350. Now, don't judge. I know Daryl looks a little rough right now. That's right, his name is Daryl. You know why his name is Daryl? Because he's cooler than you. But your name isn't Daryl, is it? If your name's Daryl, I bet you're cool. Bet you're a pretty cool dude if your name's Daryl. Daryl is my 1972 F350 a crew cab. Good luck finding one of these for a half decent price because they are skyrocketed. Pretty good interior on him, you know. That's the dash. Don't worry, it's going to go in that spot. The only thing I've done to this truck so far is I yanked out the whole interior because it had this really ugly aftermarket carpet in it. Yanked out all the carpets, and now it's got back to the vinyl flooring. And power washed the seats, like it says, back to the vinyl flooring. And I put a bigger steering wheel in it because I had one of those rinky-dink little stupid steering wheels out of the 80s. Man, absolutely hate them things. I cannot stand them. But you know, this truck is awesome, right? It is a 1972, which was the last year of the bump side, and it just so happened to be the first year of the 460 as an option in Ford trucks. And this truck so happens to have a 460, which I believe is from the factory. This truck, absolutely my dream truck. was so excited when I went to go get it. I know Jack is gone. I know Jack is gone. Rest in peace, Jack. But Jack will be fine. You know why Jack will be fine? Because the guy that I gave him to had this truck. And if he had this truck, you can't hate bump sides. All right, you can't hate them. They're too cool. Bump sides are the best. But, you know, this truck does run and drive, but it does not stop. You can go to where oh, it's also got dealer installed air conditioning. So this was a high-tech truck. Okay, you know what we're gonna do actually? We're gonna give him a little. Give him a little. Start right up. Don't you die. Don't you die. Don't you die. Don't you die. Nope, didn't die. You know why I didn't die? Because Daryl is a trooper. He died. Daryl died. But anyways, like I said, Daryl died again. Don't be mean to my trucks. Don't be mean to my trucks. My trucks are beautiful. All right, my trucks are beautiful. It's okay, Daryl. It's okay. Don't be mean to my trucks. Just because they're clapped doesn't mean they're bad. Okay? I promise they're cool. I have cool trucks, man. Well, but anyways, guys, that is my 1972 F350. There's really not much to show. That's all it's it. It does have an automatic, unfortunately. It doesn't have the 4-speed. You know, guys, how I feel about 4-speeds. I absolutely love them in the old frame's pretty clean, honestly. I mean, it ain't bad. The worst of the rust, bottom of the doors and the cab corners. Bed's pretty solid, not gonna lie though. I want a pickup bed. I want to put a pickup bed on it. Hear me out though. It's going to be a 67 to 72 pickup bed. It's not going to be a mismatched pickup bed, but it probably will have 80 to 86 dual fender flares on it. I'm just saying. It looks good, I promise. Look up Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar is a crew cab F350 that he did that to. He put a bump side bed on it, and those fenders off of them dualies I'm talking about, that looks fantiddly-tastic, and that is exactly what I want to do to this truck. Just imagine this truck with the pickup bed lowered like 2 or 3 inches. Man, that truck would be beautiful. You would win car show award right there. And painted and rust repaired and running and stopping, all that too would be pretty nice. But I mean, you don't need it. Just lower it and put a bed on it. It'll be all right. And you know what, guys? You know who we got here? He just appeared out of thin air. He just like, he popped out. He just like came out of the ground. He's here now, and yeah. Hi. That's my special friend. Right? Huh? Left. Huh? That way. Squirrel. Okay, anyway, right here is my 1937 Case CC. This tractor is absolutely awesome, man. It is a pulling tractor. Right? You can tell because it's got the weight brackets. This right here makes it a pulling tractor. You don't need anything else to be a pulling tractor. Ryan, get back here. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. But anyway, this is my 1937 KCC pulling tractor. It's bored, it's stroked, it's got lighting wheels on the front and rear. Weight brackets. It runs off 114 octane fuel, baby. This means it's a NASCAR. Look at that exhaust. That thing is B-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. B-U-T-full, man. I tell you what, it's even got the old wheelie bar right here on the back. It's adjustable because you can adjust them. That's why they're adjustable. It's even got a rear-geared rear end. It's got extended foot pegs on it. It's got an extended hand clutch over here so you can whop out the whole time we're going down the track. I tell you what, this winter, we got to go ahead and put a starter on it because in 1937, the only way to start this tractor was with a crank. And you can't start it with a crank no more because it's got a stupid weight bracket and too much compression. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a flywheel right here and a starter right here. So it's going to go boom, 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 boom. Then you pop a hand clutch and it'll start it right up. Sounds like a pretty genius thing to me. But that's what we got to do to this tractor. Otherwise, it's pretty good to go. I mean, it runs fantastic besides the fact that it's got to be pull start. Then next up, we got Old Reliable. This right here is my 1950 Farmall M. This thing has been a fantastic tractor for me. Let's see if it'll start up. I called it Old Reliable. Watch, it won't start up now because I have you guys on the video. That's how it's going to work. I know that's how it's going to work. Let's give it a little gas. Looky there. That's actually kind of surprising. This tractor's been sitting here for like 3 months without me touching it. Looky there, see this? perfect. Idle so low, you can count them fan blades. Look at that right there. P-U-R-F-U-C-T. Now I'm gonna shut her off. Not gonna lie, I'm very surprised that started right up. The only thing I did is I tossed a new battery on it like 6 months ago. That is it. That is absolutely it. This tractor's been fantastic. Love this thing. It is an awesome work tractor, although it does have the drawbar, but it's got hydraulics. So that means in the future, it'll be very easy to put a 3-point on this thing and actually make it a good field tractor yet again, even though it's from 1950 and it's got a 4-cylinder. That's absolutely fine. You know why? Because we don't hate on 4-cylinders around here. We here are Honda Civic fans, right? We like 4-cylinders. And next up on the tractor list, we got my 1969 David Brown 12-2-1T. This right here is my actual work tractor. This is the one I use for working. Okay, it's out of gear. This is the one I use for working the most. Got a 4-cylinder diesel, some redneck ingenuity front loader on it, but thing runs. And apparently in 1969 they didn't think it'd be a fantastic idea to put glow plugs on a diesel. Whoa, isn't that crazy? Plus this tractor is built in the UK, and it's not very cold over there, I don't think. So actually the front loader and everything works great, but it's cold today. It's like 20 degrees. It's cold. I don't like the cold, but good tractor. 3-point PTO, 12-speed. Pre-Case David Brown. This before Case bought David Brown in like 1973 or something like that, but pretty good tractor. Besides when it's cold, evidently. The 4-wheeler, we're going to talk about my 4-wheeler. This right here's my Timberwolf, all right? Funny story about this Timberwolf is I actually sunk it above the plastics, right? Water went in the exhaust, the 4-wheeler shut off. I was like, oh no, my 4-wheeler's dead. But we yanked her out with the tow strap, and I just laid on the starter, and it started popping over, and then it ran, and now it runs good. And I'm not going to change the oil, because I'm too lazy. Yeah, but it's fine. So it doesn't really matter. It's actually, it just cleaned it real good because I sunk it. That's how that works. But anyway, it's a good quad. Just my little play machine. It's pretty good. It's got reverse, you know, because we're luxurious around here. Not reverse. Same with this one right here. Just little Yamaha Moto 4 350 2-wheel drive. I need to rebuild the carburetor on it, put some goop in the tires. I actually had it running real good, but then the carburetor grouped up on me. So, you guys know the story with all these tractors. That about carries the original Craftsman mud mower, the one that's tried to kill me so many times. That series behind it, I have rolled more times than I can count because it's top heavy and it doesn't have brakes. The old 1220 and 850, those are my Bowens. I like my Bowens. I collect stuff for them, and I got all these parts for these Bowens tractors. I got so many stuff for my Bowens. And I know you guys probably gonna ask me, Brian, what the heck is that 3-wheel thing? This right here is my Harley Davidson. That's right, this thing is a Harleydavidson. Wow, that was impressive. But 1984 Harley Davidson, right? 2-stroke golf cart with 3 wheels. It's got forward, reverse, and brakes. Hiding over here, this tractor has been really good for me, except until the axle broke. So I welded it back together because I didn't try to feel like finding an axle for a 1980-something House Chalmers 312. So I just welded it back together. In the process of welding it back together, I didn't disconnect the battery like a big dummy. So now the battery is dead. Now it don't start. So there's that too. But quite frankly, that is all of my projects. And I have so many parts and stuff laying around here. The only other thing I have is my 1978 Honda ATC 90. This thing is a bad mamma jamma from down in Alabama. I tell you what, this thing will go more things than my Yamaha 4-wheel drive I got back here. It is faster than that Yamaha 4-wheel drive. It's more efficient, and it's way cooler because it's red and it's a Honda. And it's the same year as old Fred right there. But you know what, guys? I think that'll do it for today's video. I know it was short, I know it was sweet, but I tell you what, we're gonna get some stuff done. I actually need to start taking apart Fred's front end probably this evening, and I might start recording that for you guys so you can know how to take apart the front end of a 1970 and a half F-150 4-wheel drive. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. I appreciate you. Love you.